before I continue, make a beg now. Do not come for my nails. I know they're not in regulation, but I have a reason. I'm done with my drill this month. So yeah, and I recorded it after drill. So yeah, that's why. Okay. Let's continue. Hey guys, and welcome to Lexi's World. I hope you guys are ready. If you're not, hurry up. We'll get your drink. We'll get something. Just be ready, alright? I'll get ready for me because I'm ready for you. So, whoa. Before we start, make sure you subscribe, okay? Make sure you click on that button so you don't miss any notification, you don't miss nothing, and you're here on time, and you're here when I upload new videos. So go ahead and subscribe, okay? Okay, so today I'm coming to you guys with more of an informative video, and yeah, and I called it the, as I'll say, the 6th myth. Okay, thank you, Brentford. The 6 misconceptions about the army. There's like a few things that people don't know about the army, or they think they know, and yeah, it's pretty much not true, or it could be true but not to an extent. So I just picked out 6 things that I think will be important for you guys to know in case you want to join the military, in case you want to join the army. And disclaimer, please, I'm only going to be speaking about the army, yeah, what I know, and my department, my I guess branch, sub-branch in the army, which actually brings us to the first misconception about the army. Like, I have my note. I wrote down everything. Yeah, like the 6 things that I think you guys will know, but so I don't forget. Okay, like, so bear with me. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing first, the army. What is it about the army? A lot of people don't know that within the army there are 3 sub branches. So we have the active army, the reserve, and the National Guard, and I'm a part of the National Guard. So the active army is for those people who deploy over 24/7. They're active, of course. They're they're deployed to other countries. They're stationed in other countries like Hawaii. Well, yes, I know Hawaii is in the United States. Hawaii, Germany, all those countries. Then they're the reserve and the National Guard are kind of they're similar, but the one thing with the reserve is that they're more deployable than the National Guard. That's the one thing I know about them, that they get deployed more often than the National Guard. And how is the National Guard? The National Guard is pretty much I go to drill, what's called drill, once a month. It could be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It could be Saturday, Sunday. But I go once a month, and then usually it happens for us, for my unit, it happens in the summer. So in the summer, I will go for 2 weeks. So you go once every month, and then you have 2 weeks in the summer, and you go for annual training. So that's pretty much it. We don't get deployed a lot. We go through rotations within the state. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, every state has a National Guard, and the National Guard falls under the authority of the governor and not the president. That's the other difference with the reserve. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the reserve falls under the president, and the National Guard falls under the governor of each state. So that's pretty much how it is. So we work for the state we're in, and if there's any major incident, catastrophe, like tornadoes, flood, like things like that, like the riots, anything like that. So that's what we do within the state. We can be called for other missions, but that's what we're majorly focused on. Okay, let's move on. I talked a lot. I already talked a lot. So let's move on. The next one I have about a misconception that people have with the army is school. People think that they're going to join the army and it's going to be free. It ain't free. It's definitely not free. Well, it's free to some extent. If you're active, like active army, like I mentioned earlier, yes, it could be free. I don't know how it works with them, but some people, I've heard some people went to school for free and they didn't pay dimes, so I guess it's possible. But as for us in the guard, you get what is called the GI Bill. The GI, yes, you get the GI Bill, which is like you get I think $200 or $300 every month for school for like 3 years, I believe so. 3 years, yes, you get that money. And you, if you have the chance, depending on your ASVAB score, like the test you take before they give you like a job in the army, depending on your ASVAB score, you can get a kicker, and that kicker will be added to your GI Bill, so you can get up to like 200. So imagine you get to the 200 and the 200 from the kicker and the 300 from the GI Bill, so that's 500 every month. So that kind of helps. Says, yeah. I did that. And there's also a tuition assistance, which is you cannot combine, unfortunately, you cannot combine the tuition assistance and the GI Bill. So if you choose to use the tuition assistance, you're pretty much going to pay for your tuition up front, and they're gonna reimburse you later on.
See, this is what I'm saying, that this thing ain't free. So what happens when you don't have money to pay up front? What do? Do you not go to school? Anywho, continue.
I don't know how that works. I really don't know the details about it, but that's what I know, because I don't use it, so I don't really know how it works. But yeah, that's about it. And next, the other good thing is that a lot of schools give military discount on like tuition, so they reduce the cost. So imagine reduce the cost, and then you get the GI Bill and all of that. So it kind of like adds up. So yes, I must say, being in the National Guard, I don't get as much benefit as someone who is in the active army, which is still not bad, because I can still work my way through, and I'm grateful for all those benefits. I am not taking them for granted, and they have helped me a lot. So yeah, moving on. The next thing is that people think that you're in the army, you get free insurance. No idea. No, I don't get free insurance. There's free life insurance, yes, in case something happens to you when you're in your doing all these missions and whatever. Yes, there's that, but the insurance is deducted from your paycheck, and it's called TRICARE, like the what you call it, the insurance, medical insurance. Yeah, it's TRICARE. It's not free, so please. Yeah, I think it's not as it's either for the active, I believe it could be free, or it's very, very, very inexpensive. So yeah, if someone is watching it and they're inactive, please leave a comment down below to explain how that goes on for you guys, because I'm not really familiar with it.
Like I said earlier, I'm only speaking of my experience being a Guards member, so I beg make una not come for my nickel, because
moving on. Oh yeah, I was talking about it with my friend the other day, and she really thought that was the case. I was like, this might be a good point for my next video. So this one is, people think that we get discounts on everything. When you're in the army, you get discount. No. And the sad part is that some people really feel entitled sometimes because of it, which I don't know, feel free to feel it however, but I don't know how I feel. It just makes me feel some kind of way. Like, okay, if this store doesn't have military discount, you don't have to like calm down. It's okay. It's fine. Life goes on. It's alright. But yeah, we don't get discount in all the stores, but here's a list of like a couple of stores that I like yeah, where I go shopping and where I go eat, and I usually get discounts. There's a lot more. You can go on Google and type which store offers military discount, and you have the whole list. So yes, and every state is different, every store is different. So yeah, so here's the list. So shoe department, Geico, American Eagle, Foot Locker, T-Mobile, AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon. Duh. I mean, duh. Oh yeah, the Apple Store. I'm sorry. Home Depot, AutoZone, Avis for the rent, Vehicle, Chick-fil-A, Buffalo Wild Wings, IHOP, Burger King, Microsoft. What else? Gap, and the list really goes on. So yeah, those are like a few of my favorites. So yeah, it's not even the whole list, but yeah, those are the few ones that are out there and you could use. And just go online and look it up and you'll see it. Okay, the fifth one, I think this one is gonna, you know, hit like or hurt some people, because yeah, jobs. People think that because you're in the army, some people think that because you're in the army, you're automatically gonna get a job. If you apply for a job, you're automatically gonna get it because your resume says, oh, army. No, it's not the case. You actually have to build up your resume. You have to have experience, some type of experience, depending on the job you're applying to. What else? You have to have a good resume, good qualification. It's not just, they're not just gonna give you a job. Come on. Just because you're in the army, they're not just gonna give you a job. That's not how it works. You put in the work. Yes, you get an advantage sometimes, but it's not a guarantee that you get a certain job. So don't get butthurt if you put in your resume and you never hear from someone, because it does happen. I'm not gonna say it's it's not possible. It is possible, but don't beat yourself up if it doesn't happen. It's okay. And that thing that you're automatically gonna get all this thing, and that actually ties up into the last thing that I said. People think that because they're in the army, I think this is the sixth thing, people feel like they automatically get some benefits, like free this, free that, all this, or like when I retire I'm gonna be getting this free insurance or this free this way. The thing is, you have to work for it. You have to deserve, you have to show them, you have to qualify for some of these things, and you have to show with documents that, okay, yes, I qualify, yes, I did this, I did that, that's why I deserve this. It's not just, oh, you're in, they're gonna give it to you. No, sometimes you do have to go out there and look for things. Things are out there that are actually free, but you have to go out there. Don't just sit there and expect things to like be given to you, or like they're gonna fall into your no. So don't think that, oh, I'm wearing this uniform, so automatically they're gonna give me this, and then you retire and you have nothing, and you're mad and you're pissed and you start cursing. And nobody told you to just sit there and wait and do nothing. Like, you could be in there getting a degree or do something with your life, trade school, like do something like look things up, like computers, the computer room on base, like go look up things. Other than that, that's what I had for you today. Really, like, these are a couple of things that I thought that people would want to know about the army, and I feel like they were great insights. So yeah, if you would like me to talk about other things, just leave them down below in the comments. And thank you for taking the time to watch this. I hope you liked it. I hope it helped you. I hope it's gonna help you for your future endeavors. If you want to join the army or whatever military branch you want to join, I hope this will help. And feel free to go out there and look for more information, because I don't know everything. I may have missed something. I may have told you something that's not true as of now, or it's not true anymore. So go out there and talk to a recruiter, or go on Google. Google is your friend. It's free, it's cheap. Yeah, it's out there. So feel free to subscribe, share, comment, like, everything under the sun. Do. But yeah, thank you, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye guys.
Balancé,